Hello, everyone. If you like what I'm doing here, please consider subscribing, liking, and commenting. It would really help the channel out quite a bit. Thank you very much.
Northern Railway presents Empire Builders. Tonight's Empire Builders credit comes to you as a reminder that with all the talk about depression, there still are people and organizations who are too busy working for good times to wail about hard times. The territory served by the Great Northern Railway is busy creating prosperity, and the Great Northern Railway itself is lending a hand in this constructive endeavor. The Great Northern Railway has made available to producers and shippers throughout this great Northwest Empire a transportation service that represents the accuracy, dependability, and efficiency. Among the services provided for shippers by the Great Northern are fast through freight on the long hauls between terminals, speedy package car service between important shipping points, swift, long-distance refrigerator train service for food products, specialized equipment to serve such industries as the iron mines of northern Minnesota, the copper mines of Montana, and the lumber interests of Washington, Oregon, and Idaho. Great Northern freight representatives as well as travel bureaus are located in many of the cities from which this program is broadcast. These expert traffic men will be glad to serve you.
Dog my cat. If it ain't Bert Pond. Howdy, Bert.
Hello, Timer.
It's mighty good to be seeing you again, Bert. Quite a spell since the last time we run into each other.
Quite a spell. That was on the Empire Builder Hill.
Yes, sir, it was.
Well, I can't say you've changed much, old timer.
No.
You're looking just about the same as ever.
That's so, Bert?
Yeah, just about the same. I wouldn't say offhand that you look a bit colder than you did then.
Well, thanks, Bert.
Yeah, you sure do keep trying. It beats me how you do it.
Well, maybe it's because I don't do an awful lot of worrying anymore, Bert. You know, I used to be a pretty good hand at worrying, especially over things that it wasn't no good to worry about.
Well, you never had any more worries than I had, old timer.
You have been a powerful worry upon, but me, I'm slipping. I can't do near as good a job of worrying as I used to.
Well, you don't think it's cause you're picking up in years, do you, old timer?
No. Oh, no, it's not that. I just found out how darn foolish it was. Right when I used to be getting in my heaviest worrying rig, why, all of a sudden, I'd find out that what I was worrying about had up and gotten readjusted like.
You don't say.
Yes, sir. That's the way it always turns out.
Well, I don't know. Now, if you help my worry.
Just how are things going, anyway?
Rotten.
What?
Rotten. I'm telling you, old timer, I never saw time for it.
Oh, no, Bert. You know better than that. I remember back in '93 when you had to sell your buggy to buy a feed for your horse.
Yes, I do sort of remember something like that.
Yeah. And then you had to borrow my rig so you could go a-courting Ella Temple. You know, It always seemed odd to me that you two didn't get hitched up along about then.
Yeah, well, I reckon we would have, only, that year times was so hard.
Well, times weren't too hard for Ella. Wanted in 94, she up and married Joe Pike over in Bonner's Valley.
Yep, 'twas June of 94. You see, I've been waiting for times to, pick up a little more.
I see. But Joe Pike wasn't much start on waiting, was he? And he wanted a better fix than you were, Bert.
Not as well fixed, I reckon. I had to live with his folks for a while. Times were so hard. But if I'd known the poor times wasn't going to last no longer than they did, well...
Hey, poor times never last as long as most folks figure they will, Bert. They come around every so often, but before you know it, they're gone again.
Well, they're worse right now. They've been since 93 anyway, old timer.
Great catfish catamount, Bert. You sure are forgetful. Say, how about that spell in 1907? When you were staying up nights, figuring how you was going to keep the sheriff away from that little mill you had then.
Yeah, maybe you're right, huh? I was mighty worried then.
Yes, you was worried some in 1920, weren't you, Bert? You know, right after the government canceled those war contracts you had.
I sure was.
And then you had the best years you ever had. See, I guess your mill's one of the biggest in the state now, ain't it, Bert?
Well, I could hope to tell you. But I ain't taking any chances of getting caught in this here slump. The fact is, I'm on my way up there right now. And when I get there...
Yes? And what's going to happen when you get there?
I'll tell you what's going to happen. First off, I'm going to fire that darn moving nephew of mine, faster than catfish.
You are? Why, he's your superintendent, isn't he?
Now, he won't be after I get there.
I always thought you was right fond of your nephew. What's come up?
Plenty. But the main thing, well... You see, about a week ago, I wired him to cut the payroll in half.
My chipmunks, Bert. You didn't do a thing like that, did you?
Yep, I sure did.
Say, I'll bet he didn't do it.
What's in underration makes you think that?
Well, sort of intuition, I guess, Bert. You know, that nephew of yours always impressed me as being pretty cool-headed.
Cool-headed as a horse body? Here, you wait a second now. I'll tell you something. Here it is. You read this.
Telegram, eh? Well, what's it about?
It's the wire he sent me when I ordered him to count the payroll. Read it. It's only 2 words long.
All right, Bert, thanks. Well, it's it. It says, go. Only 2 words. Reckon he didn't mean to finish it, did he?
No, but I'll finish it.
No. Don't go to kicking over the faces. Say, how did your business last year compare with the business this year or the year before?
Well, this is the year before. Let's see. Wait. 8% on
8%. Well, and you want to cut the payroll in half. Say, first fund, I'm promising you. Yeah, right when things are due for an upturn.
I'm going to play safe. That's what I'm going to do. Why, what makes you think things are due for an upturn?
I bet they've begun to pick up already. Every sign is pointing better times ahead.
I got the saying first. No, sir, I'm not taking chances. I'm going to whack that payroll down the minute I hit Milltown. Or the minute after. Anyway, just as soon as I can bounce my nephew and that girl of his, I'll be on.
Well, did you say, Bert?
Yeah, he's been scouting around the girl. She's putting all these high-pollution notions in his head.
Yes.
Yeah, you think she's one of these social workers.
Social workers? Yeah, say, that sounds fine.
Not to me, it don't. I don't aim to have no woman snooping around my mill. Well, no Laura Gray's going to run the mill anyway.
Say, what name did you say?
Laura Gray's the name.
Laura Gray, eh? Say, you'll have to excuse me a bit, Bert.
Hey, you're not going away, are you?
Oh, no, I'll be back. Now, that ain't too good. With Miss Gray right here on the Empire Building.
Come on up, sir. What town, sir? Midget, sir. Yeah, but this is Midget. And do we stop here long? No, sir. Only a minute, sir. We'll be leaving later. Beg pardon, mister. I promise to get a fill for a minute. All right, Father. Go along with your fellas.
Mister, can I leave my baby here a moment?
What? Baby,
Well, I've got to run back a moment. Will you? Oh, thank you. Baby mine. Mother's got to leave you. Baby. Goodbye.
What did you say, baby? Your granddad?
No, thank you. Girl, let's get here.
Oh, what a bright, sweet blue eyes you have. All it's too. Must be a girl. Is it?
I'm trying now. Girl, let's get here. Got it all covered. What's that?
What's that?
Doggone it, that girl ought to be getting back here.
I've had none. Now,
I didn't my baby. Some cracker girl left it in. What's that? What a train song. Hey, Margaret, conductor, come up. You're pulling out leaving this big pump.
well, I said I had to see Mother to have to do with a person like you. I'm going right back to my seat.
Wait a minute, listen here. Oh, now. I told her I would be starting with that. So, now I'm going to go. That's it.
Got to play old time?
Yeah. And I reckon I've got some good, I got some news for you, Miss Gray.
Oh, don't be so formal, old timer. Call me Nora. And what's this news you have for me?
Well, you know, after I left you here in the observation lounge, then I ran into an old friend of mine, Bert Tom.
Jim's uncle?
Yes, Jim's uncle.
Oh.
He's going to Milltown, too. Seems he's got one of his cautious streaks on. Planning to do a lot of whacking and slashing on the payroll and such.
I know. I saw the telegram you sent Jim.
I reckon maybe you have. But if you happen to see the answer Jim sent back.
Yes. You know, old timer, it may sound awful, but I guess I'm responsible for it.
Well, I can't say there was any language wasted. They and Jim's uncle all burned up over it.
Oh, but it was so absurd, the thing we wanted Jim to do. Now imagine having the payroll in half when business is only 7% under a year ago.
8%, Laura. Brett said 8%.
That shows how close you keep track of things. It was 8%, but December sales comes to 7.
Well, you seem to keep a pretty close check on things, Laura.
Well, I've seen the statement and the order sheet, and I've seen the inventory of reserve stock, and it's down to almost nothing. And advance orders are already picking up. Oh, I tell you, old-timer, there isn't justification for any cutting payroll.
Well, I've been trying to tell Brett that, Laura, but I don't know. You know, sometimes I think Brett can't see any further than the end of his nose. And he's stubborn as he is.
Oh, I know. But Jim won't cut the payroll. I told Jim if he carried out those orders at his uncle's, well, I wouldn't try him. There.
Well, now, that sort of leaves Jim betwixt the trees for Twitter, doesn't it, Laura?
Well, how do you mean?
Well, if Jim don't make the cut, I reckon Bert will fire him. Then if you marry Jim, he won't have no job to keep up a home on.
Well, it isn't his job I'm worried about, old-timer. It's the jobs of those other workers at the mill. You know, men with families and children, and maybe nothing put aside. It's the children and mothers who suffer most. Oh, someone's calling you, old-timer.
Hello, well, here I am, Jackie. Don't let old time. I've been looking all up and down the Empire Building for you.
Yeah, well, what about, Jackson?
About that baby. It needs you, baby.
What baby, Jackson?
Mr. Pond's baby.
Bert Pond's baby? Scatter my chipmunks, Jackson. Say, what on earth are you talking about?
Mr. Pond's son got a baby this old time.
What?
It's about a 12-pound baby gal, and she's don't
Good heavens, Jackson. This sounds scandalous.
Worse than that, it's calamitous.
It's what?
It's calamitous.
Oh, I I'm afraid I don't quite understand.
Mr. Pond, ever since he had the baby, he's been wanting this, wanting that, and wanting to other things. He don't know what it is he is wanting.
Well,
Suppose I don't mind, but I wish it was both calm and pleasant like this.
is there anything particular that he's wanting now, Jackson?
Yes, sir, you. He's wanting you this old time.
I'll have to run up and see what all this excitement is about. Say, would you excuse me, Laura?
Certainly.
Bert, fond of this ain't a sight for sore eyes. Say, that's a mighty pretty baby you've got there holding on to that nose of yours. Is it a boy or girl?
People have been out already.
Now, Bert, calm down a bit.
Here I was sitting all alone, and I would have had to come and leave this baby with me.
So you've been taking care of the baby for her. Now, I sort of gathered from Jackson that the baby was fetching. And now here I find her cooing and smiling as fine as you please.
Yeah, well, that's because she got a hold of my nose. She likes to hold on to it. If I don't let her hold on to my nose, hey, Whipper.
What?
Whipper! Hey, Whipper, you know I let her hold my nose again.
Oh, Whimper.
Yeah, that's my brain now.
No, not laughing, Bert. Just smiling. You know, it always makes people feel kind of good to see a baby making over an old fella like you or me.
Come on. Yeah, well, that's it. You like it, but no. Now, you look now. I've got to take the hang for it. Yeah, hang on, baby. Yeah. Now, see how much better I become now?
Yes, but the baby don't seem to see. It looks like she's crowding up to cry.
Okay, still down. What to tell you?
Now, here, wait a minute. Have you tried letting her hold your watch?
No, but maybe she would do that. Now, let's see. Here. Here, baby. Here. Yeah, pretty watch. Watch your ticket.
You see? She stopped sweating already.
Well, she stopped sweating. That's a mighty fine watch.
It looks like
watch the club getting.
It looks like a dandy watch to me. Looks like a railroader's watch.
Yeah, she's pretty cool, just like a railroader's watch, too, and everything. Yeah, you see them things there in the front? You know, there's gold nuggets.
Hey, it sure is a pretty watch.
But hey, look out. She threw it on the floor.
That my 6 months, that's just what she's done. Well, didn't you hear me holler?
Oh, yes, I heard you holler. That's she's gone and done it. And the watch the club give me, too.
Well, now here, I'll pick it up. Crystal broke, eh?
Does it run? I thought it was run.
No, Bert, I don't hear no picture. But the magazine's holding on, no.
Thanks, okay. Don't maybe stop your friend again.
Well, I guess she didn't like it, Bert, when you laid her down on the seat after she threw the watch on the floor. You know, babies are mighty touchy sometimes. Now, you better pick her up again.
You won't forget you're right. Here you go now, baby. Here. Say, old timer.
Yeah.
Here. Doggone me now. I don't know what I'm doing.
Well, I guess you don't know much about babies. Oh, but, by the way, did you happen to see any package or letter or anything that might have been left with the baby?
No. Yes, there was a package, but I gave it to the porter to throw out. There wasn't enough in it but some big towels.
Big towels? I reckon, Bert, that far is a mistake.
Hey, old timer, now what are we going to do here now?
There's just one thing, I reckon. Say, there's a girl on this Empire Builder, Bert, who I understand's a mighty good hand with babies. Hey, I'll go fetch her.
That's fine. Good. Is there someone you know, old timer?
Yes, and I figure you're going to know her right well, too. You see, Bert, she's Laura Gray.
What? What you darn little stupid.
Oh, the darling baby. Oh, I must hold it.
Well, you better be careful, Miss. You better be careful where you hold it.
Oh, I don't mind a little thing like that. Come on, baby.
Hey, you folks, now give me time to introduce you. Mr. Pond, Miss Gray. Miss Gray, Bert Pond.
How do you do, Mr. Pond?
How you doing?
Baby and I are going to have to leave you right now because...
I reckon the maid on the Empire Builder can maybe help out in just such an emergency as this, Laura.
Hey, now, young lady, don't you keep that baby too long. Can't do it.
No, yours, Mr. Pond. Like that.
I never. So that's Laura Gray, is it?
Yes, that's Laura Gray.
Well, you think you'll bring the baby back?
I don't know. Anyway, what difference does it make to you?
Nothing.
Yeah, I figured that, Bert.
I don't think much of that mother, though. Leaving the baby here and not coming back.
Oh, you don't, eh?
No, I don't. Throwing her baby on somebody else's hands to take care of it.
Well, Bert, I wouldn't be too critical until I knew something about what her problems were. You know, maybe she's had a 8% reduction in her income and is reducing overhead.
Wait, now. Oh, what are you trying to
No, just folks, only just a minute. Now, baby, just as it goes, but...
It's right. Does it cost very much to have a baby?
Oh, yes, it is. As a system can be very expensive.
Well, I was just thinking. When times get better, I might provide for this here baby.
And I'm sure that would be too great an expense for you, Mr. Pond.
Oh, that's so. Well, let me tell you something, young lady. I own the Mills Milk House. I'm Jim Pond's uncle, that's so. Uncle of the fellow you're engaged to.
I do. But now I think maybe I'll break the engagement.
Why?
Because I'm afraid that, well, we wouldn't agree, you and I. You're such a concerned pessimist. You just make life unhappy for both Jim and me.
Why? What do you mean? Me, a pessimist?
Worse than that, Mr. Pond. You're a calamity howler. You're one of the very men who make depressions. Who go about at the beach clothes, knocking off tables and fighting dishes. Or maybe you think you're an industrial leader. But you've got the big industrial chemical.
Now, you look here, Miss Gray. Don't you know the time's farmer? I'm cutting my payroll because I...
Oh, you never cut payroll. You just cut wages. And every man, woman, and child in America is on your payroll, whether they have jobs or not. And directly or indirectly, you have to feed them and clothe them. Oh, the sick, the aged, the orphan, and the foundling, like this baby here, are on your payroll, and old Tyler's payroll, and mine.
Well, I never heard such thing.
Oh, yes, you have, but you haven't listened. Why, America's payroll, this invisible payroll, runs into millions, even in the very best of times. But every able-bodied man is employed.
You mean like these community chefs?
Well, that's just one part of the invisible payroll. And every cut you make on that visible payroll, the one you see and keep books on, every cut you make on that merely adds to America's big invisible payroll that you and I have to help pay.
Well, I must say, I never looked at it quite like that.
I know you haven't. You've only thought in terms of profits and dividends, instead of in terms of human life and happiness. And when you don't think in terms of happiness and life, you're cutting profits. You know, unhappy, suffering people don't buy much.
Say, Laura's right about that, Bert.
Well,
Right now, your profits have fallen only 7%. And if you're sensible, Mr. Pond, they won't drop anymore. They're gains. Absolutely. Now the world is just about ready to start buying again. Supplies are down. Why, your own reserve stocks have almost vanished. And your part of the world, Mr. Pond, will start buying more than ever before from you. If you don't keep them from it.
what do you mean, keep them from it?
By cutting production, efficiency, quality, and most of all, buying power.
Yes, well, that all sounds very well in theory, Miss Gray, but in practice...
Oh, you have to be sure indeed. All right? Here's your example. This baby, asleep here, deserted by her mother. That baby had a job. Oh, just being a baby that her own mother could care for, bringing joy and contentment and hope, and everything worth living for to mother. And the mother had a job too, being a mother. I gave her the two greatest jobs in the world. The mother has another job too, Mr. Pond. until you made that first payroll cut, the small one in Milltown. Then she lost that job. 3 jobs were gone. Whom did you give them to?
Who did I give them to?
Yes, whom did you give them to? Oh, I don't want to try to imagine what the mother's job is now. Let's just think about whom you're giving this baby's job to. What orphan home?
Now, look here. No orphan home's going to have this baby.
Oh, don't be too sure about that. You forget that I'm a social worker, and I can place this child where it's just for it. Why, you couldn't begin to care for it.
Well, now, couldn't you and Jim and I, couldn't we sort of hold together? Well, now, look here. I want to help, Laura.
No, I'm afraid not. You see, Mr. Tom, this payroll slacking is sort of epidemic. One does it and another follows. Just because. And just because is many a person's duty, not just a woman's duty. And if you make that 50% cut at the mill, well, I'm going to cut him off too. Just because.
No, please, Miss Gray, don't you go doing that. Why think of this baby?
Oh, must I do all the thinking, Mr. Tom?
No. Yeah. Oh, well, very well then. All right, I won't cut the payroll. Darn me, I'll add to it. From now on, you're going to be our efficiency expert.
And as near this baby's mother as I can possibly be. Oh, he's away.
Darn little Stevie. Years ago, when hysterical people were weeping over the so-called business depression, a great metropolitan newspaper came out boldly with the slogan, 1921 will reward fighters. Every reader of that newspaper saw himself as a potential fighter. Every manufacturer and every businessman who read that slogan took heart. 1921 did reward fighters. 1931, too, will reward fighters. Business is far from death. It must be fought for. And those who fight will reap the rewards now as 10 years ago. The Great Northern Railway and the Western Pacific Railway are jointly engaged in a $15 million project, notably the California Extension, now under construction and to be completed and ready for operation early next year. The Great Northern Railway faces this year of 1931 with confidence. Tonight's Empire Builders trailer again featured Harvey Hayes as the old-timer. Laura Gray, the social worker, was Lucille Houston. Bert Pond was Bob White. The baby, Betty White. And the mother, Bernadine Flynn. This is Jeff Pearson speaking. Empire Builders comes to you every Monday night from the Chicago studios of the National Broadcasting Company. And this is Wesley Mark, K1W, the Chicago Herald, and the German station.